Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to unravel a key term in the Ontario Agreement of Purchase and Sale, the irrevocable. It might sound complicated, but it's really just a time frame set by you, the buyer, during by which your offer to purchase a property remains valid. Imagine you're at an auction and you raise your paddle to bid on a piece of art. You wouldn't want the auctioneer to accept your bid days later when you've moved on, right? Well, the same principle applies when you're buying a house. Your offer is like saying, hey there, seller, I would love to buy your home for this much, but don't take too long to decide because this offer has an expiry date. That expiry date is your irrevocable. This little time frame, the irrevocable, is your sidekick during the negotiation process. It helps keep things fair by preventing the seller from holding on to your offer indefinitely or to use it as leverage with other buyers. Now, where it gets fun is when we bring strategy into play. My name is Kori Marin. I'm a real estate broker and co-founder of Foxmarin Associates, a boutique real estate brokerage located in downtown Toronto. This is my personal playlist on our channel, Real Estate Confessions, a video podcast for your unasked property questions. And it's here I will answer all the questions you're afraid to ask, just one episode at a time. So back to irrevocables. So the irrevocable is a critical element in the Ontario Agreement of Purchase and Sale. It's a term, simply put, that refers to the length of time an offer can be made by a potential buyer remaining open to the seller to accept. When you make an offer on a house or condo, it doesn't become an immediate contract. Instead, your offer essentially says, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm willing to pay this much for your property, but this offer is not going to last forever. It's only good until the specific date and time, the irrevocable period. If you don't accept by then, I have the right to change my mind or just move on. The irrevocable period allows you as the buyer to maintain some control over the negotiation process. It prevents sellers from hanging on to your offer for that indefinite period, potentially using it as a bargaining chip to draw in other buyers. Here's where the importance of an irrevocable comes into play when it comes to strategy. Often, understanding the seller's circumstances can help you decide on the length of the irrevocable. For instance, if the seller is in a rush to sell, a short irrevocable period could compel them to accept quickly. If they're not in a hurry, a longer irrevocable could make your offer stand out amongst others that might expire sooner. So the timing of when you submit your offer and the irrevocable period itself can be very crucial. The key is to find that sweet spot for the irrevocable period. Not too short that the sellers feel rushed, and not too long that they can shop around your offer. This usually requires a good understanding of current market dynamics, the specific property, and the seller's situation. Are they in town? Are they on a plane? Who's involved? Remember, your real estate agent is an invaluable resource to help determine the most effective strategy when it comes to this irrevocable period. Every property, every buyer, and every seller is unique, so the strategy should be customized for each situation. Let's dive a little bit deeper with an example. Let's say you're interested in a condo listed for $800,000, and after doing your research and speaking with your real estate agent, you decide to make an offer around $780,000. As a part of your offer, you need to include that irrevocable period. This means the seller has until the time that you've put in your agreement to either accept your offer, counter your offer, or just reject it outright. So let's look at how irrevocable period can be used strategically in two different scenarios. In a seller's market where multiple offers are commonplace, like a hot market like Toronto, where homes often receive the multiple offers or bidding wars, you might decide to go with a shorter irrevocable period to put pressure on the seller. This can be a useful strategy to prevent the seller from using your offer to drive up the price by getting other potential bidders to play ball. Remember, the listing agent is technically supposed to inform anyone who's seen the property that an offer has been registered, which may encourage more buyers to come to the table. In this case, you might want to make your offer with an irrevocable period of just a couple of hours. And this tight timeline might force the seller to make a decision quickly rather than waiting around for more offers to come in. Of course, there's also a risk here. The seller might feel too pressured and just reject your offer outright. When the property has been on the market for some time, you might want to opt for a longer irrevocable period. This gives the seller more time to consider your offer without feeling pressured. For instance, you could give an irrevocable period of 24 hours or even more. This could make your offer more attractive to the seller as they have ample time to mull things over or even try to negotiate at a better price with you. But remember, during this longer irrevocable period, you're potentially tied to this offer, which may prevent you from making an offer on another property that you're interested in. These examples show how the irrevocable period can be adjusted to suit your strategy. In summary, the irrevocable period in the Ontario Agreement of Purchase and Sale is a very powerful tool that sets the validity of your property offer. By strategically choosing this time frame, you can influence the negotiation process, whether it's in a hot seller's market or a cooler's buyer market. The length of the irrevocable period should be tailored to each unique situation, keeping in mind the seller's circumstances, the market conditions, and the specific property. The timing of your irrevocable should not be overlooked. It's a very important piece of your negotiation strategy, and it's very nuanced. So please, please, please promise me to work closely with a competent and experienced real estate agent to navigate this critical part of your home buying process. If you have questions about Toronto real estate or you have unasked property questions, be sure to pop them in the comment section below or send me a direct message to our Instagram account. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's an absolute pleasure for me to pull these videos together for you. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, or comment, and I will catch you in my next episode.